So most of us, no matter our age, we know that popular Britney Spears song, Oops, I Did It Again. Well, that song is about a woman who flirts with a man, makes him fall for her, but she has no real intentions of giving him a real commitment. She enjoys the game of just playing with him. Well, the reason I titled this episode, Oops, Rosie Did It Again, is because that is exactly what she has done and is doing, and she's hoping the View will play with her. On today's episode, I want to talk about what really happened versus what didn't happen when it comes to Rosie appearing on the 30th anniversary of our show. Listen, let me give you the rest of my view, then drop down there in the comments and let us know what say you. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sis. Thanks for joining me. Let's talk about this. So all of you know that the talk of the town over the past few weeks has been Rosie O'Donnell, Rosie O'Donnell. Not just Rosie because she guest hosted Jimmy Kimmel Live, for a week, but also prior to that, she was everywhere. Any podcast that's a podcast, she was there. Well, when she was on a particular podcast called Tangle with Kyle Ridley, she made the grand announcement that she had been asked to come to The View. Take a listen to what she said. Go ahead and adjust your volume, and I'll be right back and we'll continue talking.
As am I, and so I will go on the 30th anniversary next year and be on with in whatever way they want me, just as a guest. You know, they're bringing back all the hosts, I think, for the 30th season. And, you know, I'm pretty proud of that show, what it's become, and how it really speaks to the people and to politics.
So that's what everyone was talking about. I mean, you even had, as we talked about earlier, Michelle Collins responding, right? And it's like Rosie was lying. Rosie was doing it again. She was just toying. Anytime Rosie wants to come back to The View, which is what she did the second time she was there, she gets in the media and she says, she makes a statement that she has been asked, or she'll say, I'll go, when they haven't even asked her. But Rosie knows the power of her voice. She knows they're going to hear that. And then, of course, they're going to play with her. They're going to toy. They're going to play that game. And guess what? Rosie's going to get exactly what she wants. She's going to play with The View just long enough, to get her name going again. And then she'll go because Rosie does not want to be at The View. But let me tell you what happened. So after that made the rounds, shout out to Kyle Ridley's podcast. I'm sure that gave him a good ratings boost. Entertainment Weekly, y'all, they reached out to Rosie's representative. And I want to read the statement, that her rep emailed to them. I'm reading verbatim. They say here, there was a mention of inviting some of the hosts back to The View as a guest during season 30. There has not, however, been a formal ask from the show at this time. Now, Rosie has been everywhere since her people came out with this. Why hasn't anybody asked Rosie about this? I learned something from Whoopi. One of the things that Whoopi does is when she wants a job, she actually starts talking as if, she has that job. She'll say, well, you know what? I'm going to, I would love to be on, Star Trek. I would love to be on, Sicily, whatever. And those people would hear it. And then, Whoopi's on that. Now, one could say, if you're a person of faith, that they are calling things that be not as though they were. But I will say that this is a technique that a lot of people use, not just in Hollywood, but in real life. When you want something, when you intend for something to happen, just start speaking as if it has happened, and it will happen. So I know that a lot of you are wondering why I didn't jump on, because a lot of you know I've been saying, Elizabeth needs to come back and I would like to see Rosie, not all the time, but, every now and again. Why I didn't just jump on that? Because I have recognized the pattern of Rosie. We're going to talk later about something else with Rosie. Rosie has a distinct pattern, and I can't say really that it's just, specifically for her. Maybe this is just what all these folks do. But what I will say is this. Rosie has not been asked, to participate in any way, shape, or form for the 30th anniversary, just like she wasn't asked to participate in the 25th, celebratory season. So at the end of the day, do I want to see Rosie back for the 30th season? Yes. Again, Rosie is talented. Can't nobody Listen, I don't care what people say about Rosie. Rosie is talented. She has a gift to communicate. She has a gift to connect with an audience. I loved her Jimmy Kimmel monologues. They were just wonderful. And she connected with those people. But then she's a New York girl. I mean, those are her people. You know what I mean? But I will say, when it comes to coming back to The View, this is just dangerous times right now. We're in dangerous times. A lot of you know, and we're going to be talking about this later, that ABC and Walt Disney, they have sued the FCC. There's a lot at stake. It's not just The View. It's about the 8 broadcast licenses. So do you really want someone to come who, the president hates, and she hates him too, and she recently on Jimmy Kimmel, was mocking him and all those things? I just don't know if that would be good business sense. And there you have it. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye, guys.